Chef's Rock Show, and I have my first ever chef cooking page, Cook with Bill. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Nice to be the
Totally.
first of something.
I know, right? You're taking the cooking page virginity. I'm excited. So, have you always been into cooking? When did you start knowing like this is a serious hobby?
uh, like a lot of people, we learned a lot of new hobbies over COVID. So for me, it was limited options, not a lot of takeout, not a lot of what you can pick up at the grocery store. So started missing things that you couldn't go out for, and for me, it was start watching YouTube videos or Googling like how do I make X, and that's really
So,
where it
during the
started for me.
pandemics when your cooking really took off.
Well, I think the cooking part of it, it went from being mediocre to slightly better. And then over time, it definitely got better where I felt comfortable enough to even take a picture of it and post it online somewhere. And, like I said, it's gotten better.
I dig it. No, it looks great. It looks delicious. So I'm a carnivore. I love meat. I love your page. By the way, we're live on TikTok right now. It's at Cook with Bill. Definitely check out the Instagram because it looks delicious. So are you mainly is meat kind of the center that you start with or the core, or do you ever do kind of like vegan options for those that are crazy and don't eat meat?
Well, I think my audience, so I have a lot of people who barbecue and are in the lean more towards carnivore. There are things that I'll post. I posted a meatless dish last week, and typically I don't put a lot of my side dishes in, which are a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens. And there's days I go, I can go a couple of days without even eating meat, because it's about balance, and you can't just constantly be carnivore.
I don't
It's
know. I'm
easy.
I'm bad at balance. Like I love bacon. I love a tomahawk. I love a prime rib. I like a nice meat. If I had all the money in the world, I'd probably just go down to my favorite supermarket nugget and just get a huge slab of meat every day. But I don't know how to cook it as good as you. I can cook okay, but I don't have like that fancy barbecuers or anything. I'm just on the stovetop. So do you think your cooking device has a lot to do with the way the meal turns out?
I don't think so. I mean, so I have a $11 grill that I got at Walmart,
Oh wow.
um, and I cook on it all the time because I think the flavor of it comes out just as good as the more expensive grills.
So the more
I
affordable
think.
grills can still have good taste.
Oh, absolutely. I tell people all the time that yeah, it's nice to have a nice grill, but and that's why I bought the $11 grill was, well, can I cook on an $11 grill and it still comes out great? Yes. It's it's how you season it. It's the quality that you buy. Like a lot of things, if you buy something that's a lesser cut, is it going to taste amazing? It could, but if you start out with a something better, then it's easier to make it better.
Kind of like grills to hookers. Like you could get a more affordable hooker, but is she going to taste good? Is it going to be amazing? It's kind of a gamble, but it could turn out okay. You
Well,
don't
it depends
know.
it depends what you're going to the hooker for, right? So if you want like, if you want
How
something
quality
quick
of
and
hooker? What are you asking for? Just the orgasm or more? I don't know why. That's my head. That's where it went.
do you want the
Oh my god.
$10 hand job, or do you want the $100 hand job?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You got to go to Spearmint Rhino if everyone's in Vegas. Shout out to my girlfriends out there though. That's more of a high quality experience. Do you have a favorite meal to prepare?
I mean, steak is always probably the easy one for me.
Steak's a go-to.
If I have people over, typically it's going to be a steak dinner of some sort. And even with that, there's variation. Some people like ribeye, some people want a fillet. Um, I tend to lean more towards a ribeye, and then everyone has to, they can't tell me how they want their steak. It's how I end up making the steak. Take it or leave it.
Have you seen any, because you have a cooking show, have you seen the sexual cooking show guy where he's like making love to the foods as he's preparing them?
No, I haven't seen that.
You've got to, I'm like blown away. He's fingering papayas and like the way he opens things and the way the juices come out. I got to find out what his screen name is. I came across it like a year ago, but he sexualizes cooking and food, and he's become well known on his page now for um, cooking with an intent for sure for the audience. But oh, you gotta see it. But I think it's more geared towards women. I'll be honest. I'm not shocked you haven't seen that. I think it's a male cooking, you know. So do you have a wifey that loves the cooking, that enjoys it?
I have a son who definitely gets to enjoy, a lot of the cooking with, you know, in the kitchen on the grill. He likes to learn and ask questions, and it really makes things, fun for me, and it definitely opens things up for teaching and life lessons and everything
So
else.
you're single and you can cook?
That's right.
Dude, we gotta get you gotta get hooked up. I love a man staying barefoot home in the kitchen cooking. I'm like that. I'm very alpha. Like I'm like, stay home, cook, have my meal ready, be in my bed, have it cleaned. So we gotta get you. You gotta make a dating site and lead with "I cook." I think that'd be the way to go. Well, thank you so much, Bill, for stopping by the podcast, and we will definitely tag you for everyone to check out Cook with Bill.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. Thank you. You too.